Hey Tim, thanks for reducing the file size. Just sometimes I can't download from the AI, from the classroom when it's too big. So this is looking really good. A lot of detail, really pretty cool. I would still suggest working with some of the scale relationships and also just with some perspective. Like you can see this, how this is slanting down. You might want to make this side a little bit smaller. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, there's so many things. Ay, where is it? Camera, mouse. You have so many things, it's just really, oh, there we are. So if you make this smaller, anything smaller, it's going to make this side appear to be bigger. So that's a real, let's see here. That's a really good technique to add depth because it's just perspective, right? So if you make this smaller, you can see how it already looks like that's further away, right? And I don't know, it's going to be really hard to find where that. Oh, you might want to put some of these in folders and merge them. So let me see, is this all that foot? Yeah, it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these and I'm going to put these in a folder so that it's easier to find them, and like that. And so that's like going to be, like the right leg or something. But then again, you can size this too to so it's a little smaller. And where's that mouse? You can put the mouse in that folder if you. Oh, whoops. So anyway, I'm just trying to show you some techniques that you can use to add depth. So even now that this is a little bit smaller, you can see that it has more depth. So you can make this a little bit smaller too. You could also use a perspective transformation on the iPad itself, even though I don't know where. Oh, there it is. You could if you wanted to, and that's just under under Edit, Transform, and then if you go to Perspective, and so basically it does the same thing. It can make one side look bigger. Now you can see. Now see, this is getting exaggerated, but it kind of looks cool, doesn't it? I would have to move all this stuff around, but again, now it looks like it's got more depth. It's not so head-on. So just some things to consider trying. And you can even exaggerate this. You can make this foot really a lot bigger, and I think that would also, it's just, you have so many layers, it's hard to, there's that one again. You could probably put this mouse in that folder too if you wanted to. But again, just to, you can even see now it even just has a lot more depth because it really looks like this part is further away. Another thing that I do in general too is I would put all of the body parts in one folder anyway. So I would click them and I'd put it here. And then you've got this whole thing then. And then so it is a little bit big for the screen. So you can just use one there in that folder. You can just make the whole thing smaller. One thing missing is the text. So you might want to add that before you put it in the Dropbox. And again, when you start to work on the text, I would put each word on a different layer because then you can really have some flexibility. This is actually still a little big because, again, you've got to get the text in and you're going to have a background. Let me see if I still have that DaFont site open. I was going to show you some cool... I'll be posting more of this stuff next week, but DaFont has some really cool, like computery kind of fonts, like, oh, where was I? LCD's got some cool ones. So anyway, you can find a font that kind of is digitally looking, and that's kind of cool. You can use more than one font too. You don't have to use the same font for all of it. There's so much freedom. The reason I really kind of go over this stuff is that, you put in all this work, so you really probably want to create a portfolio piece. So I am wondering what this thing is here. It's just a little confusing me. You might just want to keep this one thing. I'm not sure you need two cameras. I think that, and I'm not even sure you need this big of a CD, but I think if you put this camera, and again, I would play around with the scale and just see what it looks like. I mean, that's what Photoshop does so well, right? Is it just does such great things with scale. And again, you can rotate this too, so it's anyway, I'm just playing around here. But again, this is what the next couple weeks are, is just really going through, maybe like that. You know, really going through and just really refining these. I mean, I think so far it looks really cool. You know, it's up to you. You can always put a different picture on the screen, even though I think this works really well. And I love your RAM arms and stuff. And I really like these arms. I really like that it's not perfectly symmetrical. I think that students make a big mistake. I love that you chose different, you know, different mice. You know, another thing you could do too, I know I'm going to go on, you're probably saying, oh my God, she needs to be quiet now. You could go in and do the perspective thing with these flash, you know, these little flash things too, so it kind of angles as well. I'm not sure, I wonder if I can do it to all of them at one time. I bet I can't, but I'm just going to try. Edit, transform, perspective. You can also put them in a, oh, I can. You can put them in their, you know, folder. So again, I can make this have perspective as well. Right? And then, I mean, the whole thing has to be bigger too. So now just the regular transform, just a little bit bigger. So again, you can kind of see what you know, getting, you know, what I'm trying to show you here. So instead of looking like this, it definitely has these angles down. Okay, so anyway, I think it looks really cool, and definitely don't just do what I tell you to do. I'm just trying to give you some ideas that you can really create a cool piece. Okay, so anyway, thanks for decreasing the size. I think it's looking really great. Okay.